welcome to the general reading for all signs for today, the 28th of January 2024. We are streaming live on YouTube and on Twitch. Moderating today on YouTube are the lovely Suzanne and the lovely Sarah, and moderating on Twitch is the lovely Miranda. Thank you so much, moderators, and thank you to everybody for joining us today for this reading. Today I'm reading with the Miller 1780 Besançon Tarot reproduction, the beautiful deck, museum quality. I'm going to use Eau du Coq Cologne, which is no longer available, but I'm going to use it anyway because I love it. It's my very favorite. But I put a link to purchase 4711, which is a similar cologne, along with the link to purchase this deck in the video description of this video, should you be interested. If you're watching on a restream on YouTube and you don't feel like watching me shuffle, all you have to do is use the timestamps in the video description and you can get right to the reading. I don't use card reversals when I read, so if you see me flipping cards right side up, it's just my style of reading. All is well, I promise. If you're watching us on YouTube, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. If you're watching on Twitch, please make sure you follow us on Twitch. You can watch without commercials on Twitch if you subscribe to us, and you do get one free Twitch subscription with your Amazon Prime game membership. Let's see, what was I going to tell you? Oh yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. If you're watching on Twitch, please make sure... Oh, I already said that. Oh, I need to go back to bed. Actually, these are the days when the readings are usually the most accurate, so it's good for you, but... Let's see, we have a shop at arielscornershop.com, arielscornershop.com. We make a small commission off of each and every sale. We do appreciate your support. Another way to support us is with a donation, and you can donate by going to paypal.me/arielgatoga, paypal.me/arielgatoga. If you're watching on YouTube, you could also use a super sticker, super chat, or super thanks if you feel like giving us a donation. We do appreciate your support, but mostly what we appreciate is that you're here today for this general reading for all signs. So without further ado, well, let's do it one more time here, just for good measure. Can't riffle shuffle this deck because of the quality of the cardstock. And we will give this deck a nice clean cut and see what's in the cards for all y'alls today. Starting off with an Ace of Wands, which is a wonderful card. What does this say? 6 of Cups. And the Lover's card. Boy, I sure picked a bunch of... I'm not sure that I picked the right cloth and card combination today because it's awfully busy. But let's go forward. We've got this beautiful Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands is a very creatively fertile card, if you will. There is so much creative power in you. There's so much creative energy in you. And really, the sky's the limit. It's just that you don't want this just to be creative energy that has no focus, that has no direction, or that's directed in the wrong way. You don't want to waste all of this wonderful energy that is going through you. So start thinking about, what do you want? What do you want to do? You can really see yourself. I'm sorry. Like I told you, my words are not very good today. You can really allow yourself to focus and channel this creative energy for some success, should you desire it. But that has to come from you. You have to put some work into that today. And what I would recommend is that you take some time, even a piece of paper, and just write. If you don't know what you want to do, write down some ideas, write down some things that you love. If you already know what you want to do, write down some things that you want to see happen within that realm. So if you've already started a business, and what you want to see is that you want to see a new website. You want to get a new WordPress site or something. Write that down. Write down the things that you really want to see happen, because it's not so much a to-do list, like this is what I'm going to make sure I do. It's more, this is what I'm directing this creative energy to manifest. And when you do that, sometimes you do just take care of it yourself. We talk about this in our prosperity and money magic course. But sometimes what happens is if you if you have that creative flow and that vision and that intention very, very cleanly and focused, a lot of those goals can happen without you. A lot of them just can come to you. A lot of them can happen in different weird new ways that you never thought of before. So don't worry about so much, I have to do this and I have to do that when you're working with this Ace of Wands energy. Just look at what you want as an end result. Then we've got the Six of Cups, which is saying calling on that solar light, calling on that higher power. Now, the solar light, for those of you who don't know, is that energy that emanates from the sixth sphere on the Hermetic tree of life that does for us what we cannot do for ourselves. It is a higher design. It is the divine design of our life. And when we work with that solar light, or you don't have to call it that, there's other names for it, but when you work with that power, it tends to reorganize and reorder things in your life if you give it permission to do that, so that things start to conform to the divine design. Now, if you take that and this creative power, boy, that's why I was saying the sky's the limit. You can really change things. Things can really happen for you in dramatic, seemingly miraculous ways if you allow yourself to focus and discipline your mind and your intentions and call on that higher power to take care of the stuff that you don't know how to do. I mean, sometimes we have this wonderful goal, and it's like, let's take the website. I want this website, and I want it to look like this, and I want it to do that, and I want all of these things. But then when I call on that solar light, I'm also saying this or something better. Because maybe there's something that I'm not even seeing. Well, then the universe sends you this web designer that says, did you know that you can ... And there's stuff that you didn't even know that was possible. So it wasn't so much that I have to carry my vision to its fruition. It's I need to make sure to do my homework. So this is my vision. And now I'm giving it over to that higher power, that solar light, to upgrade it for me and to take it even further than what I could take it myself. And that's what's at stake today. And this Lover's card is all about listening. When you're listening to that divine design, when you're listening to, the voice for the divine design, that inner voice, that still small voice, that angelic guidance, that spirit guide, when you're listening to that before you make your choices, before you make your decisions, before you do anything with this vision, then that solar light has a way to come in and work for you, so that you're not just stuck with your own plan as the only thing, but you have that higher sort of it sort of ratchets things up. Sometimes the solar light will completely rewrite everything for you. It'll be like, no. Let's try this. Since you've given me right of way, let's do it this way. And it's a whole thing that you never even knew possible, that was completely different than what you had planned. But still, if you hadn't put your creative energy forth, there would be nothing to underwrite. There would that solar light wouldn't have anything to work with. But sometimes, and more frequently, at least for me, is I will put forth that energy. I will put forth that planning and all of that, and give it up to that solar light to kind of upgrade for me. And it will look so much like what I wanted, but in a way that is just so much better. That's like, whoa, I'm so glad that I'm not stuck with my own thing, because my own thing was nice, but this is really, really good. And that's just how, and it seems when, like I said, when it happens, sometimes it seems like it's so miraculous and it's so dramatic. And it's important to remember that it's not supposed to seem so dramatic and miraculous. It's supposed to be normal. That's the way life is really set up, so that we can work in co-creation with that higher power and really do wonderful things here. That's how it's supposed to work. It's because of our ego minds and that group ego, which I call the demiurge, is really likes to thwart our creative flow, likes to thwart our plans, likes to thwart the our self-esteem, all of that kind of stuff. And so that's why, since we listen to that voice instead of the voice for this solar light, that's why when things really do work out for us like this, it seems so unusual. It seems so miraculous, when in reality, the message of all of this is, no, it's kind of how you're supposed to live. Not that ego thing is the imposter, not this. You know what? Before I forget, let me shuffle and cut one more time, because I don't feel like this is randomized enough. Thanks for being patient with me today. All right, let's take a look here. Okay, so now we've got on this beautiful Ace of Wands, we've got this Emperor card. Oh, wouldn't you know, that's wonderful. And then we've got this Eight of Swords on top of the solar light. And then 3, 6, 9 of Cups, right? 9 of Cups on top of this Lover's card. Wow. Okay, let's look at the one negative card in the reading first. It's this Eight of Swords. It's really not that big of a deal, but it's what we do to avoid working with the solar light. We can't stop the obsessive thinking. Once we get that sort of idea in our head, especially those negative ideas about why something's not going to work, or why we're not good enough, or what mistakes we made, or what mistakes they made, or whatever it is, and it just goes around and around and around, and we can't stop thinking about it. We can't stop thinking about what they said, or what I said, or what happened. And it's important to realize that when that starts happening, the reason it's happening is not for the reasons you think. It's not because of what they said or what you did or whatever that obsessive thought is about. The reason why you're having those obsessive thoughts is that the ego's using whatever it can in order for you to be distracted and not call in the solar light. Why? Because it's like a computer virus. It's nothing. I never want people to think that the ego's some sort of entity. It's not. It's just misprogrammed thinking. It's the part of our mind that's programmed to self-destruct. The part of our mind that's programmed to try to separate us from our good, to try to delay us, to try to say no to the things that work for us. You know, those self-destructive tendencies are really powerful if we give them that power. But it's saying if you can just turn that off and go into the solar light instead, that like I said, all of these things will just start manifesting in really powerful ways today. You can use my off switch technique. So if you go to YouTube, just search Gatoga off switch. You can learn that technique to turn off those obsessive thoughts. Then work with that solar light meditation frequently if you can. And between the two of these things, you should have a very good day, because both of these things are very easy and fast. You can run this solar light in about 30 seconds to a minute, and you can use this off switch in about 2 seconds. So listen to both of these videos, the one on the solar light, the meditation on the solar light. Actually, there's a couple versions of that. And then that off switch video, and use those techniques to pave the way and to keep the way open for all this amazing manifestation. This is the card of satisfaction. This is the card of power. This is those fertile ideas. This is you listening to guidance so that things can happen for you. And this is bringing you up to the divine design so that you no longer have to put up with less than, so that you can start living in that powerful, miraculous life today. But remember, these aces aren't just a day-long thing. These are beginning longer trends in your life. So today's a longer trend if you want to think of it that way. And all you have to do is be very mindful of what you're allowing your mind to think. When you start having those obsessive thoughts, turn them off. Get back into the solar light. Get back into this creative flow. Do your homework. Make sure that you know what you want. Be really clear about what you want. Then ask that solar light to upgrade it, and listen to the directions as they're given to you today, so that you can co-create with that higher power and manifest some miraculous outcomes today. Thank you so much for spending some time with me, and thank you so much to the amazing moderators, Suzanne, Sarah, and Miranda, and we will see you all for another general reading tomorrow. Blessed be. Oh no. Sorry, I'm sorry. we won't see you tomorrow. We're off on Mondays. We'll see you on Tuesday. Blessed be.